We both were the MCs for the event tonight, which was Rock4rights. Miss Amy Ring was the one that told me about the event at the beginning of the summer.
Actually, our current student body vice president, Summan Wakad, came up with this idea as part of last year's Global Issues Awareness campaign, and we thought it was a really great thing to make part of that program or that campaign that we were doing, but we weren't able to be as successful with it last year as we hoped to be, so we wanted to make it part of a welcome week event where we'd have lots of people show up, lots of different performers.
I was the Legislative Affairs Director last year, and this is actually an event that I came up with my committee. And Amy Ring was part of my committee. We couldn't do it to the full extent last year because we had so much on our agenda, but I'm very proud of our current Affairs Director, Amy Ring, and her committee. I think they did a fabulous job tonight.
I used to sleep while the rest of us cried. I used to dream when my mother has no chance to say goodbye. How do you walk with your head held high? Can you even look me in the eye?
Amy, I actually work in the residence halls as an RA, and Amy is an RA too, and she had like sent me a message and was like, you know, Matthew, we're doing this program, you should really come out and do it. And I was like, okay, I'll come do it. The stuff that really hits home for me is like child rights, like anything that has to do with kids. Like when we were watching, I think it was that Sarah McLachlan video, like when they showed the little boy like that was hungry but he couldn't absorb any food, like stuff like that really like bothers me, like seeing like kids go through stuff like that. I feel like it's a little different for adults, not that it's any better, but for something like that to happen to a child who really like doesn't have any kind of say-so, really just love kids and really just like want the best for kids like everywhere.
I am here to tell you my dreams and the desires of myself, my time, and my community. Our Constitution said we're all free and equal. The founders, they all agreed on that, but ironically, at the time, we were not all free. We were not all equal, and to this day, that still remains.
And I just felt like I need to branch out a little more out of myself and really say my mind. I really hadn't done that much in the past. I felt it was time for a change and to really move on to something new. I heard about it mainly through Amy Ring, the coordinator, and advertisements in the Oakland Center. I saw one of the banners hanging and I just thought I really had to do this and I really wanted to. I'm most concerned with gay rights, the rights of homosexuals, because I really feel that's the most misunderstood and most underrepresented group of rights that people are really fighting for today, and I feel like the country is getting more and more progressive, and the laws and the legislature need to adapt to that and recognize all people. The way it was just, I just saw different things in my life that I didn't like, and I always see people looking at the surface level of others, and I really think you need to look past that into who the person really is and what they stand for and what they are to really understand someone, and then once you reach that point, that's when you wouldn't have to fight for rights anymore. It's just everyone becomes the same.
I'm passionate about a lot of rights. The right to food, water, shelter over your head, the right to have access to health care and not die of a preventable disease. The right to be able to express yourself and not become a political prisoner. There are a lot of human rights. I think the world would just be a better place if people would just learn to live and let live.
I think abortion is one of them. Gay rights is another one that I kind of feel like, you know, that people do have the right to love whoever they want. And without any of our say-so that they can't do it, I believe that they should have a say-so in getting married.
We had a great turnout tonight and I'm happy with that.